So you have these minutes, which are live minutes. The kind of minutes that you will lock up and nobody must see. So I'm talking about, yes, confidential. I'm talking about cabinet office of the government of the United Kingdom. And that brings me to a point which I'm going to make on Friday. But I can as well make it at this level now. We have arrived at a point in our history in this country where everything you do, by writing just one page small letter to the registrar, to the vice chancellor, I can request that the minutes of this meeting we are holding today be given to me. Mr. Aborisade knows about it. The Freedom of Information Act. And this also just imposes on us the need to be able to manage our information. So all these things about secrecy, blah, 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 is been blown off by that singular act. And it's the more reason we need to quickly begin to think about how we're going to change our system. So, already, of course, actually I had some other reports of committee meetings when they had the Freedom of Information Act in the UK, and they started discussing how they were going to do this in view of this, what do they need to do and all of that. I have some reports on that as well. Okay. So, we're talking about this, not just in terms of that, but in terms of the structure of the minutes, the content of the minutes. And I'm going to ask you to pay attention. You have to look at these three and everyone, because tomorrow we are going to do a critique of each one. What do you like? What don't you like? What is useful? What is useless? But bear in mind that in writing these minutes the way they have done it, they are coming from knowledge that they are in an open society. They are coming from the knowledge that time means money. And nobody's going to sit around reading and crossing the T's, dotting the I's, as if to be a secretary, you have to go to the university to go and take a degree in English language use before you can be that. Very unnecessary. So, take a look at this. The first one is a lengthy one, but it's lengthy also because it covers quite a lot of things. But you can look at the structure, you can look at the content, and then we can discuss what you think about it. The second one is not so long. It's a very short one. Just 3 pages. And I wonder how many meetings we cover in Twitter and produce the minutes in 3 pages. Okay? The Cabinet Office also is 4 pages. Nothing has been edited because you will see next meeting is indicated with the provisional dates for next meeting already decided. So that's the first task. You go home, you read, these things, and we'll come back tomorrow to come and discuss what we think about them. Critique. Preparing for meetings. Things to consider. After the other materials that you have there, you have effective meeting preparation hints and tips. Number 1 on top of it. That refers to this. That's the reference for this slide. Meeting venue and hints, meeting notice, content, agenda, distribution. These are all things the secretary must prepare in advance. Again, we will take a look at the necessary reference, read through them, we'll discuss them, and at the end of the day, tomorrow when we are in for this, we will come up with our position as a group, what we agree is necessary to do along this line within our own system, and see where some of which we can begin to apply in our own way. Because it's not everything that needs the registrar sanction to be able to effect. It's our practice. Some of these would enable us to do our job better as registrars of meetings. How to take minutes, things you need, instructions, transcribing minutes. I don't know if any one of us attends meetings with a recording. Do we ever do? Some. Oh, panels. No, it's not panels.
Meetings.
I mean, it's not just two panels.
Okay, meetings.
Every meeting.
Yes.
Every meeting. You should be able to do it. It helps so that in the course of the meeting, you can let the chairman know you are doing this. And what you write with your hand should be the decisions. So you don't go on. Okay? So you just write the decisions. On this issue, this is the decision. On this matter, this is the person who is going to act. For the details, later, when you get back, you can put your something on it and then begin to fill in a few details. And it goes on, and you see that life is easier for you. You don't finish the day, every day you cover the meetings, stressed out, which is what naturally would happen. So, elements of business meeting tips and warnings, that's number 3. It's all there. Please take a look at it and see again which ones we want to adopt for our practice. We'll discuss them all tomorrow. That's it. And then tomorrow we are going to break up. Well, tomorrow we are going to be in groups anyway. Into groups of 5. Maybe 5 I've seen that. Because each group here 14, 15. So 3 groups for each group. And we come up, we decide on an issue we want to set up, we will simulate a proper meeting. Elect a chairman and the secretary. We'll discuss, we'll produce the minutes, and we'll discuss it in the open house. So we're prepared for tomorrow. Because I'm going to stand here and critique every aspect of your minutes. Tell you off. But that will be after we have looked at what happens in other climes. And we can see where we can bring in changes into our own system. Then we'll go ahead and see how to implement some of those if we feel we need to implement them. But I think this is one way by which we can enrich our practice, remove some of the drudgery in the work that we have saddled with. This system looks to me, because when I see many of you do your work, only a few people who have worked with me have. My meetings, I tell you, if I chair a meeting, team, by the time we are starting the meeting, this meeting is not going to last more than 1 hour. If issues arise, at most 1.5 hours, I'm out. And I never compel him to write me something that I'm going to read overnight as minutes. Okay? Just get me a few pages of decisions and some of the actions we need to take. And that's, we move on and things get done. Which is the essence of the meetings and the minutes that we produce from. So ladies and gentlemen, I think I've come to the end of this. You will meet, take decisions and present your minutes tomorrow.